Hey guys, Angelo here, and right now it's a really busy time with golf. You got my tournaments going on, you got a bunch of college tournaments that just finished up, the NCAA national championships. Those are really exciting to watch. And now, after Augusta, you have the second major of the season. Well, this technically the second. People consider TPC Sawgrass the Players Championship as like the fifth major, but the considered second major, the US Open, is next week. So I'm gonna get into the details of what's going on and who I think is gonna be victorious in the tournament. So let's get started. So as you know, the USGA likes to make things really tough for all the players when they go to the US Open especially. As you saw from Chambers Bay last year, the course got what the players called out of hand, out of control. The greens are too firm, and that caused them to be like really bad, like just the quality was really bad. And a lot of them just really weren't very pleased with how the course was. So I'm kind of curious to see what Oakmont's gonna be like when they go, because Oakmont is a very prestigious and very well-known and old private club, and I don't think the USGA has kind of the authority to go over there and destroy the course like they did at Chambers Bay in essence. So I wonder what the course is going to be playing like. But just judging from other US Opens, you can pretty much count on the greens being rock hard, the fairways being pretty rock hard, the rough being extremely long, which it wasn't at Chambers Bay because it was a fescue course. So like you have the fairway here, like here's the fairway, and then here's like the fescue. There's no like US Open per se rough, but when you get to Oakmont, the rough is going to be really thick, it's going to be really long. That classic US Open style where it goes up to your ankles and basically impossible to get like even anything higher than like a 7-iron out of there. So that's going to be interesting to see the players react from there, to see not only what they hit from the rough, but what they take off the tee to try and ensure that they put in the fairway to avoid having to hit the shots from the rough. So really, the champion is going to have to be pretty accurate off the tee. They aren't going to be making too many birdies from the rough. So I'll just put it at that. But my pick, and I'm not sure if a lot of you agree with this, but this is my pick, and I'll tell you why this person is deserving of the US Open victory. And I know everybody wants to see Phil Mickelson win it. I want to see Phil win it too. He's not my pick, unfortunately, this time. I just don't think Phil's got it. There's too many really good players in the field that can challenge Phil, and just Phil's game isn't what it used to be a couple years ago when he won the Masters and the British Open and such. So hopefully Phil can maybe pull a lucky couple rounds out of his hat and do really well, and we're all hoping for that. Like, we're all pushing for Phil, but he's not the, I guess you could say, contender for the victory this year at the US Open. And my pick is Jason Day, and here's why. I know Jason Day has been a very good player. I know a lot of you probably would have thought that as well, but there's many reasons why I picked Jason Day opposed to like Jordan Spieth or Rory McIlroy or I don't know, Daniel Berg or whoever else you might go with, Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler. There's so many good players in the field right now, and it's impossible to pick one. And Sergio's looking for his first major victory, but I think Jason Day is going to get it this year. I think Jason has the pedigree first to show that he can win. He just won at TPC Sawgrass, the Players Championship. He also won the match play event where he played, was it Louis Oosthuizen in the finals, and won that with a bad back as well. So that was pretty impressive to watch. But also he's got the PGA Championship underneath his belt. He's done well in other major tournaments. He's got the RBC Canadian Open under his belt as well. And I think like he has some crazy stat. I don't know exactly what it was, but I think out of the 11 starts that he's been in, he's won 7 of the tournaments or 6 of the tournaments. That's pretty insane to maintain that kind of statistic. Like, normally you lose more than you win in golf. Jason Day is winning more than he loses, so that's pretty phenomenal. But when it comes to this week, or next week I should say, I think Jason Day has it, and here are my reasons why. He's a super long hitter, so like 300 yards is pretty easy for him to do. But the thing is, he doesn't always need to hit a driver to get it out there far. You might have seen at TPC Sawgrass, he was using a 2-iron. It was an RSI 2-iron, so a little more forgiveness for him. But the guy rips it out there like 260, 270, just easily, and it works really well for him. I think he also used it last week at Mr. Nicholas's event at Congressional. So that was also a very good showing from his 2-iron that he's put in the bag. And then at Harbortown, was it? Yeah, Harbortown, when he was using that new 3-wood, the M2 3-wood that he put in the bag that week and switched from his old trusty Aeroburner TPE 3-wood. I think he has all the tools in his game off the tee to give him the best advantages into the green. And it not necessarily means hitting driver all the time, but he is extremely accurate with his driver too. So if he wants to hit it 310, 320, 330, depending on how firm the fairways are at Oakmont, he can do it easily. Like there's no question about it. So if he can get to some of the holes with shorter clubs, opposed to some of the other shorter hitters in the field. So that's the big reason why he's got distance, but he's also got accuracy, and he has distance and accuracy, which is killer on the PGA Tour at the moment. Also, and this is a big thing when it comes to US Open especially, he can hit the ball crazy high. So although the distance is good, leaving the wedges in, on par 3s, like you got that, I don't know, 280-yard par 3, where most guys are pulling a driver or maybe a 3-wood. He might pull out his 2-iron and hit a sky ball and probably land it on the green and still be able to stop it on the green because he just hits it super high. And the land angle is so steep into the ground, there's no way it can take off so hard on a firm green like many other players would. So that's also, I think, when he hits it really high, I think is a really good chance at going not only pins tucked behind bunkers, par 5s into, but also just pins that are on longer holes that might be tougher to access. I think Jason Day can really put all the stops in his game to get the ball on the green and somewhat close to the pin. And my last reason for why I believe Jason Day has what it takes to become the US Open champion this year at Oakmont is his putting. His putting is phenomenal. If you've been watching Jason Day recently, you would know that he is money with the putter. There's times when he could have a 35-40 footer and it's be like, I would expect this to go in, and if it doesn't go in, you almost feel shocked that it missed. And that's pretty sensational to be able to think like that about a player and his putting ability. So that's also why I believe he has what it takes to win this week at Oakmont. He's got the putting, and the Oakmont greens, the members would say they're shocked when everybody comes to their course and they're like, oh, these are so fast, and they're marveled, and they're like, oh no, these are what we putt on every single day, so you better get used to it. But I think Jason Day has got what it takes with the putter to get the job done as well. Not every pin you can go at and hit it to like 4 or 5 feet. You're gonna have to play to the middle of the green and have a 25-footer breaking left to right, right to left, a couple feet at least, and you're gonna have to be able to make a couple of those in order to really do well at Oakmont. So that's always important as well. Making putts is the name of the game. If you don't make the putts, then you're not going to shoot well. It's that simple. So Jason Day, I think, has the driving accuracy, the driving distance, the height with his irons especially, and the putting. You saw him at TPC Sawgrass when they sped the greens up like crazy the third and fourth day after the cut. And my God, like those greens did not look fun to putt on. They must have been like running 14, 15, 16 on the snip meter. And although Jason did struggle with some of the putts and some of the chips, he still managed to hold his fair amount as well. So well done to him there at TPC Sawgrass as well. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you can understand why I picked this guy, Jason Day. He is a very good candidate for winning the US Open. And let me know who you think is going to win the US Open in the comment section below. There's so many good players out there. You got Jordan Spieth, you got Sergio. I know Sergio's looking for his first major, and my two fan favorites, I guess you could say, are Sergio Mickelson. I want to see Sergio win his first major, but also want to see Phil get his Grand Slam title. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, leave a like below if you did, and if you agree with my pick. Have a good day. Enjoy the US Open. See you later. Bye.